Welcome back, word lovers. Today we're exploring the rhythmic realm of alliteration, assonance, and consonance. These are the musical instruments of language, turning ordinary sentences into symphonies of sound. Let's tune in, shall we? But first, if you haven't already, do subscribe to The English Nut on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. Thank you. Alliteration is the repetition of the same consonant sound at the beginning of closely connected words. Think of it as a series of verbal drum beats, giving your sentence a catchy rhythm. Tongue twisters are fun, right? Well, it's often alliteration that makes them so. Listen to this one. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Did you hear the percussion of the P sound? Alliteration isn't just for tongue twisters though. It's used in poetry, prose, and even brand names. Think Coca-Cola, Krispy Kreme, and Dunkin' Donuts. It makes the words stick in your memory, adding a dash of delight to everyday language. In The Adventures of Tintin by Hergé, the colorful character Captain Haddock uses the expression billions of blue blistering barnacles whenever he gets agitated, which is quite often. In the futuristic movie V for Vendetta, the masked freedom fighter known as V is on a mission to bring down the fascist government. His introductory speech is a classic example of alliteration with the letter V, a speech containing 49 words starting with V. Let me give you the last couple of lines. The only verdict is vengeance, a vendetta held as a votive not in vain, for the value and veracity of such shall one day vindicate the vigilant and the virtuous. Verily, this vichyssoise of verbiage veers most verbose, so let me simply add that it's my very good honor to meet you, and you may call me V. Vichyssoise, in case you're wondering, is a cold soup made with potatoes, leeks, and cream. The soup was created by chef Louis Dia at the Ritz-Carlton in New York and named after Vichy, the well-known spa near his hometown in France. Let's talk about assonance. This is the repetition of vowel sounds within words that are next to or close to each other. Imagine it as a smooth melody in your sentence. Let's start with this gem from the classic film My Fair Lady. The rain in Spain stays mainly in the plain. The main character in the film, Eliza Doolittle, played by Audrey Hepburn, speaks the Cockney dialect of London, and she pronounces AI as I. The Rhine in Spine stays mainly in the plines. Instructed by Professor Henry Higgins, she eventually learns to say it the proper way, and the sentence turns into a song in this delightful musical comedy drama adapted from George Bernard Shaw's play Pygmalion. Assonance adds a musical quality to your writing, making it more engaging and pleasing to the ear. Poets and lyricists often use it to create mood and atmosphere in their work. Here's a classic you've likely encountered before. O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Take a moment to savor the repetition of the O sound. It weaves a rhythmic, woeful lament into Juliet's heartfelt plea, emphasizing her sorrow over her beloved Romeo being the offspring of her family's sworn enemy. Now let's turn to William Blake and his captivating poem, The Tiger. It roars to life with these evocative lines. Tiger, tiger, burning bright in the forests of the night. Blake doesn't just paint a vivid picture, he crafts a symphony with the repeated I sound. This assonance adds a rhythmic pulse and a sense of action, pulling us into the mystical, fiery scene. Assonance is the secret ingredient that can transform a simple sentence into a resonant refrain. Keep an ear out for it and let your words sing. Alliteration is the repetition of consonant sounds at the beginning of words. Consonance, however, means the repetition of consonants in any part of the words. This obviously means that alliteration is a subcategory of consonance. Think of consonance as the background harmony that completes your linguistic orchestra. The lumpy, bumpy road. The repeating M and P sounds give the sentence a textured feel, almost like you can feel the bumps. Consonance can add depth and richness to writing, enhancing the auditory experience of readers. For example, consider this tongue twister containing consonants with B, T, double T and R. Betty Botter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a bit of better butter, that will make my batter better. That's a lot of consonants. Let's look at a poem now. The Acrobats by American writer Shel Silverstein features the repetition of the NG and Z sounds. I'll swing by my ankles, she'll cling to your knees as you hang by your nose from a high-up trapeze. But just one thing, please, as we float through the breeze, don't sneeze. Note that the ng sound comes from both NG and NK, while the Z sound comes from both Z in words like trapeze and S in words like knees. So there you have it, alliteration, assonance and consonance. These three musketeers of sound can transform your writing from mundane to magical. Next time you're crafting a sentence, try playing with these techniques. Your words will sing and your readers will thank you. Until next time, keep playing with words and enjoying the endless possibilities of the English language. And thank you Adila Ejaz and Girija Jaishankar for suggesting this topic. I'm the English Nut. Bye for now.